I think I'm just making a bigger mess. Give me my spoon back. Oops. Ethan won't know. I think it might work.
Wow.
And we're getting things going now. Let's make mushy peas. So first thing it says I need to soak these. So I better get my trusty kettle going. There we go. Turn it on and wait. Next it says dissolve soaking tablets in 1.5 pints of boiling water and then pour that over the peas, and soak for 2 hours. I hope these will be done in time for the rest of dinner. I don't see any tablets. What is it talking about? Wait, I see one. Is it just one? Oh, I see. There's 2 wrapped in one little casing. This is all very weird to me. Okay, I guess I'm supposed to dissolve those first. Let me get another bowl. Also, how much is 1.5 pints of water? I need cups. Pints, 2 cups. 2 cups. Okay, I should have known that. Wait. I need 1.5. So it'll be 3 cups. Okay. Can you shush already? Forgot I had this. A lovely subscriber sent this over, so I actually have a measurement of 1.5 pints. Can this handle boiling water though? I think it's mostly dissolved. Ow! That was dumb. Give me my spoon back. I'm done with you. Now stir. Hopefully I didn't lose too much water. And soak for 2 hours. Gently set this to the side. Okay, so since the only reference I have to mushy peas is when we were over in the UK and we actually tried some, but it was only ever with fish and chips. That's the only time I ever saw it. So I thought if I'm making mushy peas, I might as well make fish and chips as well. I got my fish. It should be well thawed by now, hopefully. Pretty thawed. And got my chips. Since I've got plenty of time while the peas are soaking, might as well work on the chips for now. And I'll make 1 extra sweet potato for Ethan since he's kind of on a diet. Can't have normal potatoes. These potatoes have eyes. Time to chop. First I'm gonna get off all that bad stuff. Before you judge me how I'm cutting, I do cook a lot and I rarely get injured. I sometimes get injured, but most of the time I do not. Ew. Oops. Start with the sweet potato, just to get that out of the way. My camera sliding. Now for the good potatoes. I'm sure any professional cooks out there are totally cringing at the way I cut. My camera keeps wiggling. So now that I got all my chips cut up, I can season them. For the sweet potatoes, I like to use this. Has a really good flavor with it. Although it does help to oil them first. This is awkward. Oops. I'll just rinse that one off. Ethan won't know. Now since my kids are gonna be eating these ones with me, I'm not gonna make them too spicy because they're very picky. A little garlic, put the salt. Okay, a lot of salt. A little bit of pepper and onion powder. And of course, oil. I'm gonna have to go hands deep in this one. Looks pretty good. So since the peas still have a long time to soak and I'm already done with all of my chips, I'm gonna go ahead and put those in the fridge so they don't get totally brown and start prepping on the fish. So for the fish, I'm gonna go with a beer battered style of breading, but I don't have beer, I never do. And I was trying to look up something that would be a good substitute, and apparently carbonated water, but I don't have that either. So I'm gonna go with tonic water as it's very, very carbonated and it's healthy. Hopefully it'll work out fine. Peas are still soaking. Let's make our batter. Start off with the flour, a little bit of cornstarch, salt, little garlic, pepper, and paprika. So as I mentioned, Ethan's on a diet, and it's a very specific one where it's mostly paleo, which means he can't have grains and he can't have sugar and he can't have a buttload of other things. So I'm gonna try to make him a special batch of fish and chips that he can have. So for his batter, I'm gonna mainly use almond flour, some psyllium husks, a little bit of salt, some monk fruit sugar, and some baking powder. 3 egg whites, a splash of vinegar, and some boiling water. Stir that up pretty good until it starts to thicken. And then I'll just try to dip his fish in that, and hopefully it'll stick. I might need to coat the fish first in like some starch of some kind. I've got some arrowroot flour for that, so that should help coat the fish, and hopefully the batter will stick to it and not fall off when I go to fry it. Got my oil set, start boiling. We'll start with a few for Ethan. As you can see, this is thickened up quite a bit. I really don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna try, and hopefully it does. Looks like it's kind of sticking. Maybe too much. Here we go. This puffed up a lot. So while I'm frying the fish, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the fries. And for that, I got a trusty air fryer. Wait for that to beep and the fish to finish frying, and we're getting things going now. And these are about done. There's Ethan's. All right, this beeped. Time to add the fries. Just throw a bunch in there. Make a nice layer. There we go. That'll need to be flipped once. Looking good. First batch of fries are done. It needs just a little salt. I think I'm just making a bigger mess. Much better. They're finally done soaking. So cooking instructions for on the hub, which I know that now means stove, but it's still confusing to me. Also, I'm supposed to drain and rinse them first. Place soaked peas in a saucepan and add about 3/4 pint boiling water. Then you add sugar and salt to taste. I'll probably leave out the sugar, although I might use an alternative sugar. That way Ethan can still have it, because sugar is also not on his diet. And then it says boil gently for 20 minutes, stirring occasionally until the water has been absorbed or the texture is satisfactory. I've never had these really before. I've obviously never cooked them before, so I don't really know what the texture will be satisfactory to me. We're not mushing yet. A little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar. Starting to thicken up a little, or maybe the water's going away. We still got 8 more minutes of cooking. I think it might work. It's getting pretty close. Still kind of lumpy though. Just a couple more minutes. We got our fish, we got our chips, and now we have our mushy peas. You ready to try it?
Yeah, this was a nice surprise. You said you were going to do a cooking video or something today. I had no idea. I just got back from work. Then you said fish and chips, and I was like, oh wow. I was surprised because I was like, this is a main British dish, and you're trying to tackle it. And then it looks like you also did it in the healthy, catering to my diet kind of way. So
yeah. Well, I mainly started out with just doing the mushy peas because we got sent a box. It's been sitting around for so long. I'm like, I really want to try this. And like I said, fish and chips goes with it.
Speaking of, that is a shout out to Graham, who sent that to us like a year ago. But he sent us also a bunch of sauces, which again, I forgot about.
Got some tartar sauce, got some malt vinegar. We also have HP sauce, but I really don't think you're supposed to put that with fish and chips.
I was going to.
Okay, well you can have one.
I was going to do HP sauce and cream salad. Cream salad.
Cream salad?
Salad cream. I knew it was something.
Okay, salad cream, from what I understand, is just your guys' version of dressing, or what we call dressing.
Didn't you try it over there?
Salad cream? No,
yeah, that's what
I never had a salad while I was over there. We only had fish and chips, I think, twice, and both times I think they came with mushy peas. But I do remember malt vinegar on the fries, and the fish is good.
I think I'm just going to try everything without any sauces.
Oh, good idea.
Well, I already know what the potatoes are going to taste like.
Oh yeah, you've had these before.
That's usual. I'm going to just try the peas. Which, actually, I have a question. Is it mushy or mushy?
I thought it was mushy, but they're kind of like mashed. Oh, I was going to cheers. Oh well. Just like peas. They're kind of bland, but not really. They could have been cooked longer. They're like lumpy. They're lumpy peas, but they're not like crunchy.
So it's like the taste is good? The taste is very similar?
I had to soak them for 2 hours before I even cooked them. I was not expecting that.
Well,
I'm so glad I started so early. It took me like 2 hours just to make everything. Okay. Now for the fish. Just flung peas. Alright, now we're going to try a piece of fish.
What type of fish is it?
Tilapia.
Okay.
Which I don't think is a normal for beer battering, but it's weird I'm eating with my hands. Sorry.
That's good.
It needs a little bit of sauce though. I think
Again, mine's not the same because it doesn't have the same like flour consistency and stuff, but.
No, it's got fish.
Yours is a lot better. But again, I appreciate all your hard work.
I love tartar sauce, so I'll definitely use that with my fish, but I am going to put a little bit of malt vinegar on my stuff. Probably just put it on everything. I'm going to put a little bit on the peas. I think I did that too when we had fish and chips. I don't remember. It's so long ago now.
It's been like 8 months. HP sauce.
Oh, you put a lot of HP sauce. I'm going to try the peas again. Vinegar actually does add a little bit of...
You want to try with some HP sauce?
No, I wasn't a huge fan. It's good with the malt vinegar though.
I should have been using tartar sauce. What am I thinking? I'm sure people are screaming about it. You don't mix HP sauce and tartar sauce.
The fish doesn't cut very well.
Well, thank you for making such a good dinner. I
Thank
know
you.
it was a lot of hard work. And I don't know, what did you think of the recipe though? That came from, was that Trevor's cookbook or?
I didn't use a recipe.
Really?
I only followed the instructions with the peas. The other stuff I did by scratch, by memory.
Wow. So
I did look up a few, like, what's approximately in this, and then just kind of went from there. But I didn't follow the recipe too much. Anyway, guys, thank you, Graham, for sending us those mushy peas. They are pretty good. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was just kind of me trying out a new thing. If you do like this, please give me some good suggestions down below of what other good meals or things I could cook that are foreign to me, because I love trying to cook new things.
Well, thank you for all your hard work and a delicious dinner. So
You're gonna make
thank
me blush. All right, let's eat. Do you like the green stuff? What about you? You want to try the green stuff?
It makes me sneeze.
It makes you sneeze?
That's why.
You want to try? You want ketchup?
Yeah.
Ketchup makes everything better.
Messy.
Messy. You like your chips?
No, they're not. They're french fries.
Side note, I took all the leftover mushy peas and put it in macaroni. It's actually really, really good. I love it.